Vancouver Island. It's situated on the west coast of Canada. With so many fjords and inlets, Vancouver Island has about 3,400 kilometers of coastline. But did you know that it's also home to thousands of incredible musicians? In this series, I'll introduce you to a few of them. So let's get to it. Hello and welcome to Edgetone Studios. Today in the studio I have Arbutus Roots. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and your role in the band?
My name's Ryan, and I pick strings, sometimes well.
What type of strings do you
Thin
pick?
strings, on an electric guitar.
Oh, I'm Jordan. I play drums and sing.
Awesome.
Probably should get you in there first. You're in the back.
No, I appreciate that.
I am.
This is why I'm in the back. I'm the drummer. So
Yeah.
this is where I'm used to being.
I just kind of hope he's there. We never look backwards. I'm Matt number 1, and I play guitar and I sing.
And I am Matt number 2, and I play bass.
So is that like thing 1 and thing 2? Is that
Very
how you-
similar.
Yeah.
We came to it independently, so it's copyrights aside. I think we're okay.
Nice. Okay, well, what type of music do you guys play?
That's a good question.
It changes. It's mercurial. That's right. It depends on our mood. Sometimes it's pop. It's pop.
It's
music.
pop
It's
rock,
pop,
yeah.
pop rock. I heard somebody describe us as prog folk one time. I thought that was hilarious.
I like that. I know what that is. Yeah.
We used to be much folkier.
Yeah.
Yeah, banjos, ukuleles, and
Acoustic guitars.
And always a 4-piece, or
No,
This
it's
is actually recent.
Yeah, we had 2 very good friends of ours that decided to do real life, which is power to them. That's awesome. We're still kicking this can, and luckily Gladman came in and filled in and kind of completed the family.
yeah.
are you talking about Matt number 2?
This is correct, yes. This is a Gladman, I am a harder.
Awesome. How long have you guys been playing together as a group then? Matt's recent, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Even-
jumped in like about a year ago or so.
Yeah, last summer.
And then prior to that, we released our first single 2017,
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
2017.
Oh, so wow.
But we actually kind of all grew up together.
Yeah.
The 3 of us, we actually played in church bands when we were young teenagers and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah,
it's...
we've been playing music together for 20 years.
Yeah, Ryan taught me to play my first guitar song,
Nice.
Cortez the Killer.
yeah, deep cut.
Yeah, that was a while ago, and we've all played in different projects with each other. One of our first bands ever was Jordan, Gladman, and I, and then Ryan, Jordan, and I used to play at summer camp and at church.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we got a lot of our experience playing in front of people. They're very nice. It's a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're
Most
very
forgiving
forgiving.
audience.
Yeah.
So which song are you going to play for us first? What's it called and what's it about?
It is called Dance With Me, and it is about dancing with me. It was one that wrote long time ago. It was just really good situation on the beach for my birthday. Ryan was there.
Yeah, 19th.
Yeah, and this was when I really started getting into playing guitar. I started off as a bass player, so really getting into guitar and just basically building a time capsule of that moment. And every time we play it, we've been playing it for, gosh,
A while.
a while. It's almost old enough to drink, as Jordan likes to say. But yeah, every time we go back and play it, it's going back to that spot, very strong memory attached to it. So it's we've been writing songs since we've been a band, but it keeps just lingering on the set list. You just can't get rid of it.
Nice. Well, let's hear it.
The clouds are parting as we speak, heaven shining through. It's just me and you. The fire crackling us a beat, the breeze and melody. Tonight's a symphony. Dance with me, the stars are audience. There's no one else to see. Dance with me into the night. Dance with me, I'll keep you safe until the morning light breaks through. Please just say you'll dance with me. Spotlight, putting in your eyes, flashing the firefly. The ocean tried to reach the shore, keeping perfect time. Now if you had time, dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with me. The stars are audience. There's no one else to see. Dance with me into the night. Da 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 da. Dance with me, I'll keep you safe until the morning light breaks through. Please just say you'll dance with me.
Which part of Vancouver Island are each of you from?
I actually grew up in the Cowichan Valley. Spent a bit of time in Nelson, but just kind of came back home, and it's where I've loved and it's where I've decided to stay.
Awesome.
Yeah, grew up mostly in Duncan, and have moved to Nanaimo. I moved to Nanaimo in 2010. Still live there, but yeah, drive down to Duncan usually twice a week.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
like all my friends and family are still down there, and yeah, band practice and stuff.
I wasn't born on the island, don't hold it against me, but like my heart is here for sure. I was very young, came over. And I've spent almost my entire life in Duncan. Actually, I lived in
Wow.
Victoria for a little bit. I got a little hairy there. I started wearing a scarf, so I knew I had to get out of
As
there.
one does.
It seeps into you. So nothing against Victoria, of course, but then I came back to Duncan.
What about Matt, too?
I've lived, all over Vancouver Island, but lived in Cowichan for the longest part of my life.
I also actually grew up in Duncan, but was not born on the island. I was born in Revelstoke.
Nice, brother.
Yeah, but moved here when I think I was 3 or 4 months old.
Okay.
Something like that. Lived here till I was 20. Couldn't leave here fast enough. Swore I would never return, and here I live.
Yeah.
Here you are.
It's
Yeah, I
magnetic.
built-
It's
I-
something about this
I
place.
built my retirement studio here, so
No.
it's awesome. What's your favorite thing about living on the island?
It's got all the things. It's got skiing. It's got lakes. It's got rivers, oceans, trees. No trees. Mostly trees. And the air is fresh.
Yeah.
It's strange. Maybe something in the water, but like there are so many artists in such a small space.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a landscape, but like authors and painters and like everyone and their pet of choice. I don't want to say just dog, because cats are very popular. Seems to play music, and like it's so easy to find people and connect with them and be like, "Hey, you like music? I like music too." Whoa.
Right.
Things move a little bit slower here.
Yep.
Which I like.
Same.
Yeah. Buildings are a little shorter, so you don't feel as claustrophobic, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Less reflected noise.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what the song you're going to play next is, and what's it about?
Well, let me set this up for you. We're edgy teenagers, and we haven't had enough experiences to actually write anything about. So we wrote a rock opera, Jordan and myself, on chips and cola, basically. And it's essentially the entrance of the bad guy, Luther. Enter Luther. He's entering. He's the bad guy. And it is him talking to one of the main characters. And I always, like the bad guy, kind of based on, I guess, the devil, Satan. Again, not too many examples to choose from when you're at that age, but I always liked the idea that Jordan have of that particular character. Just kind of, he's not the big scary monster right away. He's like the sleazy car salesman who gets you in, but then you find out the motivations afterwards. And
after you've signed the contract.
Absolutely, exactly. Yeah.
Didn't read the fine print.
Yes, it's the bad guy talking. He says some mean things. That's not us. Just clarifying that if there's any bad words or anything, that's the bad guy. So you blame that on Luther and not us.
We will. So let's get to that. You look my way to the city, won't they say that you need me again like I do? Can you feel me tugging at your feet? Can you feel me whisper in your ear that you need me again like I do? You'll never know how much I need you. You'll never know how much I crave you. You'll never know, you'll never. 'Cause I can make me feel like nothing. I'll take all your hurting away. I need is you. 'Cause I can make bad people suffer for doing what they've done to you. All I need is us. I'll make sure to cut your every inch until you scream yourself, satisfying scream. When we shine, when come on and let me in. I'm beating up your every sin until you scream a sound so satisfying scream. Oh, that which I win. Oh. I'll take all your hurting away. All I need is you. 'Cause I can make bad people suffer for doing what they've done to you. All I need is us. I need you. You'll never know how much I crave you. You'll never know, 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 you'll never know.
Who are your biggest influences? I'm going to start with Matt, number 2.
I mean, I like classic rock, so like the Cars, the Police, Tom Petty. That's like all kind of my favorite stuff. But you know, I like a little bit of like harder like metal and pop.
Okay, so like let me start you off here.
You're going on a journey.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little. A thing that got me really interested in music was video games. Like the effort put into it, how much they were able to do with so little. Like the Final Fantasy series blew my mind. Like, and even to this day, like I listen to a lot of video game soundtracks. And then later in my early teenage years, I saw the movie Josie and the Pussycats. I was like, oh, I want to do that.
Biff Naked wrote that soundtrack.
Oh, it's just great. And like that got me into music, and even to this day, like I listen to game soundtracks more than any other particular bands. And I have another influence, but they're monsters, so I don't really feel like talking about it.
It's one of the few,
just
like,
one.
you cannot separate the art from the artist in this one. It's just...
just one monster. The rest of the band did nothing. They're all good. Lost Profits.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How about Jordan?
Great music though.
Yeah.
That's a great question. So, like, I've listened to like a lot of metal in high school, and certainly like metal drumming definitely got me more into playing drums than anything else I'd listened to up to that point. Obviously, I don't really play that anymore.
Too old for it now. Too much energy.
For sure, yeah. No, it's a young man's game.
Yeah.
This is maybe a weird answer, but like a lot of my like biggest influences have been local bands that I've watched and just seen them and be like, these guys are awesome, and they've just been more inspired to play.
That's great too, because it's you've got more connection to someone you see locally and see several times. And
seeing Kincaid live, that
was
cool.
Kincaid was incredible.
Wacky.
Well, you too.
Yeah, even like
really
Band
cool
of
bands.
Rascals and
Yeah, heck yeah, Band of Rascals.
Yeah. What about Ryan?
Everything. My parents were actually DJs, like in the 80s, like for parties.
I didn't know that.
So like we grew up with piles of mixtapes, not like cool DJs, like wedding DJs, right?
Okay, that's cool.
So like there was always like all these like different generational like 80s, 70s, 60s stuff. So like we always had Creedence in the car, or we always had the Beatles tape, or we also had that type of stuff. And then I started playing guitar when I was in like grade 6, and that's like your formative time when you're listening to music, and like everything thrown at you just kind of sticks, right? So new metal was a big thing, but then totally, right? It's just like our age group. But then also, like, I had some amazing guitar teachers that are like, check out this, check out Jimi Hendrix, check out Radiohead, check out Neil Young. Like,
you love Radiohead.
So all over.
Yeah, and it's just ever expanding, right? And that's kind of the dangerous thing about Spotify. You're always finding all these new amazing
constantly.
things, right?
There's so much music.
And if I ask you for recommendations, you'll tell me about a great band, and then I'll go listen to them and be like, oh, now I've got another band I have to follow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's constant. So, where can people find you on social media, streaming services, etc.?
Spotify,
Definitely.
YouTube, our Facebook page.
And I'll put all those links below.
Yeah, we have an Instagram as well.
We have an Instagram. Oh, I'm
Yes.
supposed to be on that.
And what do you got coming up in terms of either shows or releases?
Well, heck, we're going to be going in the studio here in the next...
This winter.
while, yeah.
Plan is
been
to
just
do
doing
an
all
album.
writing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
That'll be it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it on the
There's
horizon,
no,
really.
Okay,
no,
nothing
no
to
shows
promote?
on the immediate horizon.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed recording you, and I hope you come back someday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having
us.
us.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Awesome.